This is the plaintiff, Delphina Claxton. She says she was driving her Nissan Maxima in New York City, and the defendant drove up alongside her and made a derogatory comment to her. She ignored him, but he then made a left turn at the same time she did and hit her front fender, damaging it. The guy won't act like a man and stand up and take care of his mistake, so she's going to sue him here and now for the $2,781.91 in repair costs. This is the defendant, Andrew Taylor. He says the plaintiff was honking at him and shouting through a window because she thought he was driving his van too slowly. She attempted to make a left turn around him, and she was the one who ran into him. He doesn't owe the lady a thing because she was the one who hit him. He's accused of acting like a fool.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant was a provocateur who slammed into her Nissan Maxima. But the defendant says the plaintiff was being overly aggressive because the plaintiff felt the defendant was simply driving too slow. It's the case of Grody to the Maxima.
Thank you, Douglas. Delphina Claxton.
Yes.
You are suing Andrew Taylor for $2,781.91 in damages to your car in a car accident you had with him that you say was his fault, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened? Come on over here to the board and explain it to me. Pick a car, any car.
Okay, I'm coming up Lexington. No, this is the defendant, so.
Okay, so you'll be the blue car.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, there's 2 lanes on Lexington going in one direction?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what's going on. Go ahead.
So I got up here, and we both was at the stop sign to see if any traffic is coming from Grand Avenue. There wasn't any because there was a stop sign. So I proceed. He said something to me, and I didn't pay much attention because I was on my way.
Wait. What did he say to you? What was he?
I really don't know because.
Had there been a problem? Like, was there chicken neck in traffic before that between you two?
Well, no, really. He was coming up the block in front of me.
Okay.
And there was people behind the block, behind me, honking their horn. So I honk my horn as well.
Ah, okay. So so the plot thickens.
Right.
As you're driving down Lexington, you're beeping the horn at him because what? He's going too slowly?
Yes, he was with his girlfriend, and they both they was chatting together and they was taking their time.
Okay.
So the person behind me honked their horn and thinking that I was slowing up the traffic. So I honked my horn at him because he was going so slow. So when there was a chance for me to pass, I passed him because I knew I was.
So now you're both at the stop sign.
Right.
He says something to you.
Right.
Which is probably not nice, but you don't know what it is.
I didn't know what it is.
And then?
And then I proceeded. I waited to see if any traffic.
Yeah, get to the accident.
Okay. So I started to make my turn. When I made my turn here, he came behind, made his turn, and snapped me right here.
So you hit the front of his car or the back of his car?
The back of his car.
Is Grand Avenue one way also?
It's a one way also.
So come back to the lectern. Let me hear your version.
Over here?
Come on over there.
Do you want my whole story or just
the whole
just
story?
Here?
I want your whole story. Start from when you were born.
So can you cause an accident by going too slow?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think so.
How so? I mean, if you're going too slow, somebody sees how fast you're going. How can you cause an accident by going too slow?
You could cause traffic.
Well, you cause traffic to snarl, but still, I mean, you see the car. How do you do that if you're going too slow? Anybody?
If you're going the speed limit and then everyone else is going the speed limit and then somebody stops and maybe he's going 15 and a 30, it'd cause them to...
Yeah, but you should be looking, right, to see how fast people are going.
Well, you should, but sometimes it always doesn't happen that way.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
First of all, how many lanes are on Lexington?
How many what?
How many lanes?
It's a 1-lane street. It's broad, but there's no marking down the middle.
Were cars beeping at you? Agitated cars?
The plaintiff was beeping at me.
Was there another car behind her?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Was there somebody else who passed you Angry?
There was someone who turned
Passed
at
you
a
and turned
previous
right?
intersection.
Did that person seem frustrated?
They seemed like they were in a rush.
Okay. So what happens?
Once we were up here, this is a stop sign as opposed to a red light, and I pulled up here, and Miss Claxton passed me in empty parking spaces and pulled up right after me. I drive a 15-passenger van, and from where she was, she couldn't see if there was any traffic coming. As well, I stopped at the intersection first. I don't recall shouting anything out the window.
Did you say anything?
I don't believe I did.
Did he say anything?
The windows were up.
Did he say? Yeah, but
No.
you know, sometimes you could say something,
There.
you know, without having to make your words heard.
I think we were like, what is this?
Yeah,
because
but-
there was passing. She was trying to pass in parking spaces.
Okay. So anyway, go on.
I pulled up to the stop sign first. I looked to my right. I saw that there were no cars coming. I made as wide a turn as I possibly could. Again, I'm in a large vehicle. So I turned, I was about 80 degrees complete with my turn, at which point Miss Claxton attempted to squeeze in between a car that was parked right here, and couldn't make it, and ended up driving into the left driver's side rear wheel well of my car.
Okay. Who has pictures?
You want to step back, Aaron?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry.
Let me ask you a question. After you guys hit each other, what does everybody say when they get out of the car?
I got out and attempted to exchange information.
No, what's the first thing you say to each other? Because you can't. Yeah.
I said, don't say anything
To him.
to both parties. I said, let's not talk. Let's exchange information as best we can. Call the police, and that's it. And I was adamant about not saying anything.
But why?
Because she said, if you don't shut up, I'll smack your face.
Okay. And what did you say when she said that?
And I said, I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna walk away now.
Did you tell her you were going to smack her?
No, she was very rude. She said to me, we standing out here and you're not doing anything. You don't even call the cops. I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't call the cops. So she proceeded to be in my face, and I said, you better stay away from me or else I'll smack you.
Okay.
Because I'm already upset that this accident wasn't necessary.
No, no truer words have ever been spoken. This accident was not necessary. Most accidents are not necessary. This one is particularly unnecessary. That's true. All right. Okay. Big passenger van. And this is a parked car?
Yeah, if you see in the upper left-hand photo, there's 3 vehicles.
Yeah.
The one on the left is me, the one in the middle is Miss Claxton, and the one on the right is a parked car.
The parked car.
That's not it.
So let me ask you, Ms. Claxton, I'm seeing a van that appears to be 80%, no, not 80%, like 100%, already making a left. It's substantially in front of you, and you're hitting its wheel well. It's in your range of vision when you hit it. You're not in its range of vision. I suppose it's possible that you're going, and he's, I guess that's your version, but I got to tell you, you're the person behind him. You're agitated that he's taking too long. You're beeping the horn at him. You're squeezing in a parked vehicle area. I take it you don't have collision insurance? I take it you don't have collision insurance?
No,
That's right. So you'll have to eat all these damages unless you can pin it on him. But it's starting, sometimes when it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's just a duck. There's not like anything fancy about it. I got to tell you, when you're the one who's agitated that he's going too slowly, we've all been driving for years. We've seen this many times where you see an opening and you're so desperate that you want to take the opening, and it turns out not to have been very safe to do. What was the damage to your car, by the way?
To mine, the valve stem was ripped off of my tire. Such minimal damage that I didn't even ask my insurance company to cover it. I fixed it for $15.
$15, yeah. I would say you're not going to ask your insurance company to cover it. And that car's parked, this car right here.
Yes. It was there the whole time.
I mean, you don't even have room to make that left turn with that car parked there. I find the accidents your fault. I find in favor of the defendants.
This is ridiculous.
All right, so the plaintiff comes out on the losing end of Judge Million's decision. Come on in here. What's going through your mind as you come out and heard that?
It was unfair. Unfair, because he deliberately hit me. He
Deliberately hit your car to cause damage? Why would he do that?
Yes, because both of us were standing at the stop sign, and he saw me making the turn.
Well, why would he deliberately hit you? What's the purpose of doing something like that?
He was upset that I passed him.
And so for that reason, he actually would crash his car into yours?
Well, he did that deliberately.
You were kind of mad too, weren't you? Know?
I was upset after the accident.
Before the accident?
No, I was not.
All right. Okay, right down around the corner. All right, come on in here. The one with the cool head is right over there. Oh. How do you like the way this came out?
I feel like it was fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please.
All right. Now, she pulled up on your left at that stop sign, right?
Yes.
And so there's a car on your left with a driver in it.
That's true.
Weren't you a little worried about trying to make a left turn around a car that already had a driver in it? You don't know what she's going to do.
I didn't, but I thought I was done with the turn.
She said you crashed into her car on purpose. That's what she told us here.
There's no truth to that statement.
Harvey?
Okay, if you are in a car accident, it is so important to take pictures before the cars are moved. Hear me there, before the cars are moved. Once they're moved, then you can't look at the positioning. The positioning sometimes makes all the difference in the judge determining who was at fault and who was the innocent victim. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.